I'm here to help you, but I am a local municipal administrator. And the education, the school systems, and the local governments that are being asked to participate in the infrastructure programs do not have these, quote, local matching monies that our governor seems to be insisting that we have before it goes out. Other states are waiving that just to get the projects going, and I think we need to start thinking about contacting our governor and say, wait a minute, our school districts don't have any extra money. Our local governments don't have any extra money. They can't come up with these matches if we want to start these infrastructure improvement projects. Thank you.
Yes, but our universities and our colleges have vast resources available to them through foundation monies, foundation funds.
Does the foundation?
Yeah, but as a municipality, as a city, or as a township, and especially with the loss of property that we've had, 30% of our people have moved out of this state, so our tax base has really lost a lot. So our municipalities that count on that tax base to build roads, to build our infrastructure, all we can do right now is maintain, because we have been depressed for so many years, the money's not there. We don't have matching funds.
And what's going to happen when the census comes in? Have y'all thought about that?
Oh yeah, we're going to lose representation.
And what else are we going to lose?
Money.
Grant money.
We're going to lose money.
Yep.
And what are we going to do? What are we going to do to change Michigan? What are we going to do? Let's talk about that for a second. What are we going to do to save Michigan? Come on, tell me.
One of the first things we can do is stop buying anything that's not made in Michigan.
There you go. That's one thing. What's another thing?
You go to your grocery store and buy fruits and stuff. Go to the farmer's market.
Say what you were saying again.
When you go to the store to buy your fruits and vegetables and stuff, go to the farmer's market. Get it local.
Right.
Localize your purchases.
There you go.
Saves gas too.
I've got a question. Basically, I need an understanding. All right. If we're at 10% unemployment, doesn't that mean that there's 90% of us working?
That's right.
Well, actually, your figures are a little bit off.
It's a false number.
Yeah, your figures are a little bit off, because the only ones that are counted are people that are laid off that draw unemployment. Now, as an independent businessman, I have to lay people off that I don't pay unemployment to because I'm paying them cash, whatever. Then I lose my job. I don't have any money coming in. I can't draw unemployment because I own the company. I have to pay into workman's comp, but I can't draw it myself. So I can't even register. So if I'm an independent contractor and I'm not working, I'm not even included in that.
And then there's 5 people under you that aren't working either.
Included, see?
And then what's going to happen? And not only that, you have to remember, and a part of his stimulus package, what did Governor Kane say? He kept saying, working people, working people, working people, working people. Now, if I heard nothing else out of that whole thing, that's the one word I kept hearing was working people. So what about all these people, some of you that might even be in here that are unemployed or getting ready to get unemployed? And what's going to happen? And then they told you, if you watched CNN last night, they made a statement that these people that are basically unemployed are the lower class people, because we're actually going down to the bottom. We're going down to the bottom of the barrel. So, as we go down to the bottom, he said those people probably will not even get their stimulus check until next year.
That's going to help.
Okay, and that's my whole point. So how's that going to help our economy?
It's not.
A couple of points. The figure for true unemployment, which would be those who apply for unemployment benefits, those who no longer even apply or are eligible, can't seek work, the ones who are underemployed because they have had their hours greatly reduced, is somewhere like 13.5% nationwide. Okay, and the unemployment rate, the official unemployment rate in Flint is 20%. 1 in 5. Okay, that's a huge. And I think we need to keep those figures in mind when we think about what we would like to see the state do with the money it receives for jobs and infrastructure building. second, I'm hearing tremendous frustration at major issues within the economy. And so does that say that the group here would like to send a message to Washington that is basically, screw this stimulus package? Or does this group want to find out what's in the stimulus package, hold the pieces up against our values and what we would like to see happen, and then try to make the stimulus package work again so that those values can be met? I don't think this group is going to get very far trying to take on all of these awful things that have happened in the last 16 years to people in this country because of the way we've been played economically. But if we spend our time with those, we're not going to be able to have much leverage with what we're going to do with the stimulus package, should it pass. Or maybe this group wants to say to Washington, don't pass it, because you're so screwed up.
Okay, I
Let
think
this young man that's trying to say something
Okay.
quite well.
Hold on one second.
Piggybacking on what she's talking about in terms of unemployment, what exactly does the stimulus package mean in terms of additional unemployment? Right now, the unemployment, you get it for 26 weeks. What does that mean, that there's going to be additional 13 weeks or 26 weeks?
That's the whole point. They have never
What you
said.
do on that, unemployment will at least bridge some of these people who are now getting nothing
Yeah, but it doesn't.
onto a year, let's say, when jobs will be being created, and you can bridge these people from now to that day on down the road. That's a logical thing, and that's a simple solution, I think, and it's a Band-Aid, but at least it's a constructive
And that's
Band-Aid for
basically
that
what he's
future
doing.
day.
He's gonna make a constructive Band-Aid. How long
What
that
does the
Band-Aid
stimulus
is gonna be.
package say in terms
It
of
does
what?
not. The stimulus package has not specifically stated exactly how long that Band-Aid is gonna be there.
Okay.
All he has done is come in and signed an order to make sure that it continues the same way he did with FAFSA, with financial aid for the students. You know, he's basically saying, hey, I want this program back. I don't want this program deleted. He's saying that I'm going to invest a certain amount of money into you. However, they're only putting out so much money up front, okay? Because they're not going to do what they did with the banks and just give them the money and let them run with it, okay? So that's not going to happen again. Not no more. That's over with. So now we're going to be set up where we're going to put out so much. We're going to see how it does. You can go to recovery.org, whatever, and you can find out right then and there what this money is going to do. How,
Governor King spoke to California, and he addressed a specific figure that California was going to get so many dollars
Right.
of unemployment on that. So there is a
something, there's definitely
defined
something
amount, let's say, if you will, in the stimulus package for Michigan. Because we would be one of the 5 or 6 countries or states in the country that are.
would have to get, because they said even that California would receive $100 increase
Right.
per person. So, and I said to myself, well, does that mean Michigan gonna get $100 increase?
$200.